So the problem that I chose was the supply design system, and these were the design choices for the problems that I noted. First problem was basically the request. They were coming through unreliable and some reliable channels. The best way to streamline it would be creating in the application that we make. We basically add another medium where the district representative can directly register their request through our application. They can use other mediums as well and go to the municipality office where these requests would be mentioned by the someone inside the municipality. What this does is it makes the process more streamlined, and it keeps us a proper record of what was done and what was not. Also, this way the request can be, if let's say a data is lost, whether the data reached or not, it can be checked by both parties, since the request would be available on the application. Next would be an informal settlement of an lax formal address. So for this, what I introduced was they add a feature where basically the destination, there are coordinates to it, and using those coordinates, anyone can, the driver can find that location on Google Maps or any other platform like that, or they can even request, since the phone number is visible on the application, we are storing all that data. They can request the WhatsApp location or something similar to that. And in case, since we are storing this information that the driver does not have a smartphone, then we have made it. Then I made it so that the if a driver has previously delivered to that location, then that driver is prioritized for that specific location. Then this is where this I mentioned already. We save the information whether the driver has a smartphone or not. This is basically a municipality. If they have a private borewell, then they can be flagged in case their request is fulfilled. Then they can be flagged since they do not really need a water tanker. And in that case, if a district is flagged, then in their next request, their priority will decrease by a specific point. Then this traffic condition. How we can counter this is basically we can create in the table itself, we can store if the location of a district is traffic bone or not, where basically if in previous deliveries there have been a case of high traffic, then the driver actually already knows that there is a traffic problem and he manages the ride accordingly. There is no real way to counter it completely, so I just did the best possible solution from my end. Now this is water availability at filling station. Basically, if a filling station has a lot of trucks, then that specific filling station will be marked as busy. This way, the driver knows that a specific filling station is busy and they can choose not to go there. For this, what we can do is the core request would be locally cached, and once there is internet, then it would fetch all those details. It would make the database according to these requests as well. Basically, update the database according to these requests. Any prioritization, basically the system is made so that the prioritization is based, like let's say there is a school or hospital, then they have higher priority, or they get higher priority points basically. Like it's a hospital, so it's plus 50, and if it's a school, it's plus 50 as well. And if a representative has to challenge, they can simply visit the municipality office, but the system is designed so that there is no role of any specific representative or someone with higher power to manipulate the prioritization. It's completely algorithm based. If a driver is contracted and they decide not to do a specific delivery or do a delivery to another location, then those driver can be penalized, and they can be flagged. There is also a driver rating where basically low rating drivers are under prioritized for specific things. Now these are the classes that I made. There would be three main users: a driver, an administration, and a manager. Basically, these are the three types of user. Other tables, I kept it quite simple, where basically there is a location table where it marks the location. So wherever we need to give a location, we can simply mention it as a foreign key constraint. There is a normal person. There could be many normal person who can be essentially district manager, or a new one can replace them. So I have created that table as well. There is a drop-off location which contains the information and the manager and all those things about a drop-off. Basically, this and whether they have a private pair or not. There is a request and there is a vehicle. A request is basically all the information that needs to be in the database about a specific request that is made, priority score, and other things. And a vehicle is basically what vehicle is available, and if they are contracted or owned by the municipality, then these are API points. These manage the things above as mentioned. And I So basically, once the order is received by a driver, how exactly do we verify if the if the request was completed or not? Basically, the representative, the district manager, or some relevant person can basically send an OTP, and that OTP, once the driver has fulfilled and verified, he can only then deliver the stuff. And once the OTP is verified, only then is the delivery marked as completed. So this was how I designed it. Thank you.